everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at this, the Reload RTA, and let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so here we are with the Reload Vapor USA, and I did get mine in black, so it's got the little black dot, and this is the metal case that it comes in. That's the suggested retail value. And then it's got some information regarding the RTA, and that's basically it. That's your presentation box. I love the box though. It's got the big R for Reload on there, and then you open it up and you've got the Reload RTA, and it does have a spare glass. So you got the RTA, you've also got a spare glass. Excuse the O-ring there. My O-ring went bad. I already changed it out. And then it's got the spare parts bag. Another great feature, guess what it has? An extra 510, just in case you need it. You've got it. So there's one there, but it does come with an extra one. You never know if you strip it out or whatever, so it is there. Yay. And then of course you've got some more grub screws and some O-rings, and then your Allen key. And then let's just put that aside, and then we've got the star of the show. So this is a 24 millimeter RTA. It does have a gold-plated deck. I'm going to get to that in a minute. The capacity is kind of small. It's like a 3.5 millimeter juice capacity, which is kind of not so good for me, but I love it. So I really don't mind. It does come with the knurled top cap. It's also got fully adjustable airflow. And of course, whatever you do to one side does happen on the other. So that's cool. Zoom in just a little bit more so that you can see it a little bit better. There we go. And yeah, so that's basically it. It does have, I guess they call them Cyclops airflow. So here you go. It does have the gold-plated deck. It does have the Cyclops airflow, meaning that it's got the airflow from there as well as the bottom, and then there's your juice flow holes. And then there's where the juice gets into the cotton to wet your wicks. Now, I already have a build on this. I didn't feel like taking it out because my coils are still good, and I've been going through a lot of coils, just taking them out and putting them in. So I'm gonna leave those in, but basically that's how I built it. You do have to guess because it is a postless deck. You do want to start cutting them shorter and shorter and shorter until they fit just perfectly, which is what I did. And then I've got them on there. I did pull them over a little bit towards the side airflow. And yeah, this vape's like a dream for me. I haven't had any issues on this. And these are 3 millimeter coils. So yeah, these are awesome. So that's the bottom. Of course, you've got your 510 gold-plated connection. It says Reload RTA, and it's got version 1, and it's got the serial number on it. So that's that. And then we've got here, which has got the Ultim drip tip, which is removable. Oops, now the glass is coming up. I just washed this, so yeah. So it's got the removable Ultim drip tip. The good thing about this Reload is that you can actually put your goon style drip tips on it. And this one is my favorite one to go on it. So we're gonna put that right back on there. And look how good it looks. Looks perfect, perfect, perfect. So the top, which we're gonna wick this in a second, but I wanted to show you that to fill it, which is really, really nice, you've just got the 2 fill holes, which are really nice. Now they're thin, they're nice, but they're really, really thin. So I don't know if you can see, but they're like, to get the juice in, you want to be careful. Please don't get it down the middle. It will make leaking happen, so you definitely don't want to go down the middle. You definitely want to go on the sides. And that's that. Oops. And it's really simple to put it on when you're not on camera. And I like the knurling here, so that's awesome because it's easier to grip that way. And yeah, so let's go ahead and wick her up. Yeah, let's wick her up. So we've got the deck taken apart, and we're going to be using my favorite cotton, which is the Kendo Vape Cotton, the gold edition. Love, love, love this cotton. It's literally my go-to cotton, and I'm gonna get some out so we can lift this baby up. Take the piece off, put a piece on. Okay, so I have this kind of zoomed in, so I barely have any room between the cameras, so give it a minute. And let me just get, I'm just breaking it in half. I'm gonna go ahead and hopefully my cotton won't fly away because I forgot to turn off the ceiling fan. So I'm just rolling it up, thinning it out, and then we'll go ahead and put that in there. Okay. And I pull and twist, get that nice and even. Oh, it's perfect. And then I'll do the other one. Again, I'm just twisting it and pulling, twisting and pulling. And there we go for the second one. Get that one in there. Try not to grab the other one. Okay, nice and not too tight, not too loose, just perfect. And then what I'm gonna do is go ahead and cut them. Now what I'm gonna do is, as you can see here, you've got your wicking channel. And I do take it down to about this second line right here. And so that's where I'm gonna cut it. And then I'm gonna fluff them. So cut, and I can always cut more if I need to. And then just do the same thing on this side. Oops. And then of course our handy dandy tweezers, love these. And I'm just gonna fluff them out because I'm gonna trim them again, but I'm just gonna fluff out my cotton. I do this with all my RDAs, RTAs, anything that I actually wick, I do this too. So to me, it's like fluffing it out, it's taking out any of the knots or just getting it just perfect so that the juice can actually absorb quicker into the coil. So, or into the cotton that goes into the coil. Let's go ahead and trim more of that. Got cotton flying everywhere. Trim more of that. This one still looks long. It's literally like you have to do it as, you know, as you want it. And then what I do is I actually put them in here and then I just feel to see if it's too thick or not. I'm just gonna go ahead and stick them in. I'm not shoving them in, I'm just sticking them in to the wicking channel. And to me, it's a little, actually, no, it's not. I'm not shoving, but I'm just laying, yeah, I'm gonna thin it out just a little bit more. Not too much, because this one you can't thin them out too much or it will leak on you, but you can thin them out enough. Just trim that down again. And then put it right back in there. Oh yeah, that's fitting much nicer. Put that in there. Just getting it in, but I'm not really shoving it all the way down. I'm just laying them in there. You can see some coming out like, oops. Well, it would help if I'm in camera, wouldn't it? You can see a little bit like on the bottom, but it's not like shoved in. I'm just putting them in there and I can feel it. It's not too thick. And then I'll go ahead and do the other side. Just fluff it out just a little bit more like I did the other one. I don't want it too thick. I'll trim those. Hopefully this side you'll be able to see because it'll be on camera. I have fluffiness everywhere. Oh, this one's still too long right there. Okay. And just put those in there. Just setting it in there. Just making sure it's got like an air pocket there when I put it in. Oops. If I do this. Making sure it's still got room here. It's not too tight at all. It can still breathe. Got that in there. You can see the cotton right in the bottom. Make sure this one can breathe. Yes, we're good to go. Oh, you start juicing her up. So for today, I'm going to be using my coil spill, the strawberry champagne, and yeah, I think it's time for me to get some more, but it's enough for this. So let's use it. This is like my favorite e-liquid. So yeah. And I'm just gonna drip and pulse. And the reason why I do this is because I want the juice to get into the cotton that's in the coil first. So that way it doesn't really have any ramp up time or any time that the cotton needs to set or to break in. Oh, it's about to drip. I hate this drip. Okay. And then I'll just go ahead and wet my wicks here. Oops. Oh. It's not like it's not going to get wet anyways down there. And then I'll fix my cotton with my tweezers before I close her up. Get that all nice and wet. Nice and juicy, juicy. There we go. Just fixing it because of my OCD. I don't like any stranded hairs anywhere. So just making sure that that's all nice. And there we go. Still got air. Yep, still got room. Actually, yes, perfect. Okay, so now all we need to do is just put on the top cap and fill it, and then we can vape it. Yes. So let's go ahead and put that on. Now there is no juice flow control. I'm sure that you've seen a couple other reviews by now. If you haven't, let me let you know. There is no juice flow control. So me personally, it's nobody says to, and I haven't seen anybody actually mention it. I do close down my airflow. I'm just used to doing that. So I'll close my airflow when I fill it, and then I'll just open it back up after it's filled. But that's just my way. Again, not everybody does it. I do. So that's my preference. So let's go ahead and fill this baby. And it's only 3.5 milliliters juice capacity, so it fills pretty quickly. And put the top on. And get that nice and tight. And yeah, look how pretty it looks. Especially with my half moon mods drip tip, it looks gorgeous. I'm gonna go ahead and open up the airflow for me because I have nails. I tend to do it this way, and yeah, so let's go on top, take a vape, talk about it, pros and cons, and I'll let you know. Okay, so now we've gone ahead and done the build on the Reload RTA. Again, it is a 24 millimeter diameter RTA. It does have the 3.5 millimeter juice capacity, and it does fit all your Goon style drip tips. So this is mine from Half Moon Mods. Fits perfectly on here. So I think that's awesome. Pros and cons. We'll start with the cons because there's not that many. The first con is going to be the juice capacity. 3.5 milliliters of juice capacity is not enough for me. I don't know about your vaping, but me, I fill it maybe 5-6 times a day because it's just not enough for me. Like by the time I get to work, this will be empty. Just driving to work. So I wish that we had an option for a larger glass. Another thing is the 24 millimeter diameter. I wish that it was a bigger. I'm actually more into the bigger RTAs, or RTAs rather, like 28 millimeter, 30 millimeter, something bigger, because then you can have a bigger juice capacity. So I really, really wish that it was a little bit bigger. I love the flavor and everything. I think it's got amazing flavor. But yeah, if it was bigger and with a bigger juice capacity, it would pretty much be perfect in my opinion. You don't have to worry about closing off the juice flow. You don't have to worry about much. You unscrew the top, you fill it. I mean, it's perfect. I love the airflow options. The full airflow is open on this, and it's breezy. Really, really nice airflow. I like the build deck. Again, I wish it was just a little bit bigger, but I do like the build deck. I like how it's got the side and the bottom. I think that's what's bringing out the flavors better. I do love, love, love the fact that you can change the drip tip. That to me is really, really important. It doesn't really come with any extras other than the glass and the extra screws and stuff. But I do wish that it would have come with just bigger. But I like everything else. There's nothing else. I mean, it does give you an extra glass. That's a definite bonus because who doesn't ever break the glass on their RTAs? So yeah, I like that. I just wish that it was a bigger glass so that we can switch it out. So yeah, other than that, I think that it's an awesome RTA. Another con is that it's hard to find. There's actually an app where you can purchase it. I did find a couple places online. I'm not sure. Sorry about that. My throat has like been bothering me all day. I'm not sure if they're still in stock. The last time I looked, I think it was like 84 or 92 or something like that. But I'll leave the link below of where I found it. And also the information about the app. It is, if I'm not mistaken, it's both for Android and Apple or iOS. So I'll leave that in the description below as well. But yeah, if you like smaller millimeter RTAs with the smaller juice capacity, I think that you would love this. I mean, it's really nice. The flavor is on point, literally. If you wick it right, there's no leaking. I mean, if you see, no leaking, and I wicked it right there on camera for you. You don't want to put too much, and you don't want to put too little. If you put too little, it will leak. I'll tell you that right now. I can't thin it out like I do on my aromomizer, like really, really thin. It's got to have a little bit of meat in there, but I just make sure that it's still got some separation in there, just a little bit, so that the air can go in, and it's got the spacing. But other than that, I think it's great, and I love my drip tip. So yeah, so if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And you can follow me on all my social media. I'm on Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. And yeah, like, comment, share, or don't. If you have any questions about it, leave it in the comment below, and I will respond to you. So until the next one, bye.